Every computer should be running some kind of antivirus or anti-malware program because there's tons of malicious software out in the universe and there's new malware being created every day. So Windows comes with pretty good antivirus, and most people just stick with the default that comes with Windows. It works pretty well. I personally don't think for home users you don't have to shell out money for paid antivirus software because Microsoft did a really good job with its software. Now, big organizations might pay extra to get reporting features and centralized management and reporting of all their machines and what antivirus hits were found. Like somebody over in accounting, I'm going to pick on the accountants. Someone over in accounting is downloading malware, you want to know about it. And if they're doing it regularly, you might want to have some training on how to not get this stuff on your computer. Typically, the way antivirus works is that it looks for signatures in the files. Some researchers will discover a new class of malware. They will figure out what makes that malware tick, figure out how to detect it, and they'll put those signature detection mechanisms in updates that get downloaded periodically on your computer, and then your computer will be able to scan and recognize those viruses. So how do we actually make sure that it's working? So I've got my Windows Server virtual machine open. I've got my downloads folder open here, and I've got a website here, eicar.org. This is the a European Institute for Computer Antivirus Research. So it's a nonprofit organization. They have test files, so you can actually test, like, is my antivirus actually detecting things? Like, how do I know that my antivirus is actually working? So while this is open, I'm going to open up, just search for virus. I'm going to go to my virus and threat protection settings here. This is the default. There's no current threats on my computer. That's good. We can ignore the tamper protection. We're fine. No one's tampering with our stuff. So let's take a look at what happens when we actually download a virus. Because it says I am protected. Am I really protected? Well, let's see. If I click this link, it'll take me to a new web page. And I guess coming from Europe, a little bit slow. There are some test files here. I'm going to scroll down till I actually get to the download area. Here's this file, eicar.com. This is a program. It's a very, very small program. Antivirus definitions will find this program, so you can download this just to see, will this be flagged by my antivirus? So if I'm a user, I went to a phishing website or I got an email that said download this file, I could right click on this and choose Save Link As. It's gonna pop up in my downloads when I save it. So I can see it's a temp file's being created, it's downloading. I'm going to click Save. But then Windows Security says threats found. Microsoft Defender antivirus found threats. Get more details. Well, I can close that because I already have the virus and threat protection open. I can come back here. It says there's no current threats because Defender automatically quarantined that file. But if I look at the protection history, you can see I've done it twice. I did a proof of concept before I recorded this video just to make sure everything worked properly. Severe threat. It's not actually that severe. It's just a test file. But hey, you want to mark it as severe, that's totally fine. So then I can decide, what do I want to do with this file? Do I want to allow it? Do I want to keep it deleted? I'm going to keep it deleted because I don't need that file on my computer. I'm glad that my antivirus worked to protect me. Now, there's some really nasty viruses that embed themselves in your system such that they try to hide from your antivirus, there are more intense scans that you can do. You can do a quick scan. This will look at some of the more common places on your computer where viruses might be put. And it can work really well if you just want a little bit of extra assurance. Your computer will do scans periodically in the background. You typically don't have to launch a custom scan, but if something is happening weird on your computer and you think like maybe I'm infected, maybe files were disappearing, or maybe something just raised your suspicions, it's not a bad idea to run a virus scan. This quick scan though won't do the super thorough analysis of every single file on your computer. I'm going to cancel this because it's not going to find anything, and that's fine. If I go to scan options though, I can do a full scan, or I can do a custom scan. So the full scan is going to be much more thorough. You can even do scans that will launch automatically when your computer reboots, so that way if there's a virus that tries to hide itself when your computer boots, the custom scans can find those viruses before you even get to the Windows login. So those viruses never have a chance to hide themselves because the advanced virus scanning did its job and found that stuff before it started. But I know this computer's good right now. So what I'm actually going to do now, I'm going to show what it looks like on my desktop system. If I go to those same virus settings, so if I go virus and threat protection, the same settings, but it looks different. So why does it look different? Instead of Windows Defender, my institution has decided to install CrowdStrike. So CrowdStrike's Falcon sensor is looking for those viruses and threats. So this antivirus is being controlled centrally so that my institution can collect data, collect reports, see if there's anything happening on my machine. If a virus is found on my machine, not only will it be quarantined on my machine, but it'll send a report so that the information technology administrators can take a look and see like, what the heck was he doing? That's happened a couple of times. There's a password cracking tool that I use called Hashcat. It's been deleted. It's been marked as a virus, and the CrowdStrike Falcon sensor has swept up my program, my lovely program that I use for good purposes, but it's been flagged as a virus by CrowdStrike, and I'm sure it shows up on a report somewhere, but that's fine with me. So because I'm using CrowdStrike, I don't have all the options to run the manual scans using the normal interface that Windows Defender would give me by default. I do see I've got Microsoft Defender antivirus options here. Do I want Defender to periodically scan just in case my existing antivirus doesn't find stuff? I could turn that on, but I'm fine just running one antivirus program. So it's a necessity. Back in the day, I used to run my computer without any antivirus because I thought, hey, I'm a responsible person. I'm not going to download any viruses. And the antivirus software was so bad that it would slow down my machine while it was doing its scan, made the machine almost unusable. So the antivirus was kind of acting like a virus, and I wasn't happy with that, so I ran without it. Today's antivirus is much better. It uses much fewer computer resources, and it can work in the background and not really negatively impact your experience. So everybody's got to be running antivirus today.